Singapore, civil servant Ng Han Yuan was fined $2,000 on Wednesday, December 20, for breaching the Official Secrets Act by giving confidential information to a Straits Times journalist. Ng, 25, a housing board officer who works as an estate manager in the resale operations section, gave information to journalist Janice Taijia Ling between May 31 and July 16 this year, 2017, the court heard. Ng had conveyed to Ms. Thai information about a HDB project titled Streamlining of Resale Transactions. The project revolved around a new HDB portal which was being worked on and had not been made public at the time of the offense. Those convicted of an offense under the OSA can be jailed for up to 2 years and fined up to $2,000. Ng had been suspended by HDB pending the outcome of the case. Court documents showed that Ng and Ms. Thai, 29, met through a dating app called Coffee Meets Bagel in March this year and subsequently communicated over mobile at WhatsApp. They met as friends every fortnight or so, and Ng was aware that Ms. Thai was a journalist and wrote articles for the Straits Times. On May 31, Ng and Ms. Thai went out for drinks to celebrate Ng's birthday. Over the course of the conversation, Ng told her about his work, in particular, aspects of the Streamlining of Resale Transactions project. He shared that there would be an online portal for services such as the checking of grants, loans, and eligibility, among other things. Ng also gave Ms. Thai key timelines for the rollout of phases of the project. Ms. Thai asked Ng if she could run a story about the project, and he told her that she should not as the information was confidential. 6 weeks later, on July 16, Ms. Thai messaged Ng on WhatsApp to ask more about the project. Ng responded and gave her more details about the new online portal. The next day, July 17, HDB was notified by the Singapore Institute of Surveyors and Valuers that it had received an email from Ms. Thai asking for comments on the project. The following day, July 18, HDB received a similar email from Ms. Thai. As the two emails contained confidential information which had not been made public, HDB suspected that there had been an information leak. On July 27, HDB made a police report. HDB officially announced changes to its resale portal on October 19. The portal will go online on January 1 and make it easier for users to file applications and conduct eligibility checks. In mitigation, the defense pointed out that the information divulged was, in terms of content and subject matter, on the less serious side of the spectrum of state secrets. On November 10, Ms. Thai was issued a stern warning by the police for approaching several parties with inquiries relating to the confidential information that she received. The last known case of an OSA case involving a journalist was in 1992. This arose after the Business Times published a report citing the official flash estimate of Singapore's economic growth in the second quarter of the year, before such data was officially released. The then editor of the Business Times, Mr. Patrick Daniel, and BT journalist Kenneth James, were convicted along with 3 other men for breaching the OSA. Mr. Daniel was fined $2,000 while Mr. James was fined $3,500.